Hello, my name is Alex. It's a given name that I give myself. And I am here to read your cards today. Here are the cards. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull 3 cards and I'm going to read a story. Past, present, future. And why? Why am I reading cards? It helps a lot with the mind and stuff. I say I'm gonna make a video. I say I'm gonna do a tarot reading for the channel because I just did a reading for someone who asked me to do a reading for them, and it was very empowering. So I'd like to see what are in the cards, but there's a little twist. I want to see what are in the cards for love for whoever is watching this video. I'm gonna do a love reading. I'm gonna do a love reading. Okay, so let's do a reading, and I'm also using ChatGPT to help me too. So yes, the first card that flips is the Queen of Cups. This is our past energy in love, of course. And do we have any present energy in love? Present energy in love is the Two of Swords. Oh no. And then what do we have for the future? The future we have for is the Three of Pentacles. I don't know now. I just listened to what it has to say. What message is this in love? So, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Oh well, what we do is we trust. We don't look at the cards and judge them. We trust the message. And what is the message saying? Are we ready to hear what the message has to say? Okay, so Queen of Cups. Queen of, I'm gonna read out what I'm writing on my ChatGPT little screen. Oh. So, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, and Three of Pentacles, and Pentacles in a love reading, past, present, and PRES, present and future. I'm sorry, my nose is kind of tickling. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this spread, and then afterwards I could build on it because I'm still learning the cards, you know. It says, the past says, the Queen of Cups. This shows you or your person in a deeply nurturing, loving, and empathetic role. In the past, emotions ran deep and there was a lot of care and sensitivity given to the relationship. You may have been the one holding the emotional space, showing compassion, or offering unconditional love. It suggests a strong emotional bond, though sometimes it can also mean one person giving more emotionally than the other. So truth. The truth in this card says, you know, that any Queen of Cups is like I wonder if this give you the name of like I wish I could just get it. Okay. So that's what ChatGPT say about Queen of Cups. Two of Swords. Right now there's indecision, a crossroads, or emotional stalemate. Someone may be avoiding making a choice, possibly about commitment, direction, or how to handle conflict in the relationship. This present moment feels like there's a need for clarity, but emotions and perhaps fears are clouding it. This is a time when neither heart nor mind is fully aligned and balance is needed. So yes, it's the indecision, crossroads, emotional stalemate. You can see the person completely cover the eyes and they have 2 decisions to make, but you know, they're just like, what do I do? What do I do? And the eyes are completely closed off. You could see, you know, somebody in that decision making kind of energy. In the future, Three of Pentacles. This is a positive sign. It points to collaboration, teamwork, and building something solid together. In love, it can mean working through differences to create a stronger foundation. It suggests that in the future, you and your person or new love will be able to come together with more understanding, respect, and mutual effort. It's a card of practical growth in love, not just dreamy feelings, working side by side to build a shared life. So, um, according to ChatGPT, this is really bad, honestly. ChatGPT doesn't always get the credit for these things, but if you look at it, just look at it, like you could see the card showing it for itself. Like the emotion is the cup, person there on the throne, and they could give because they have, and they have been given and given. You could see you've been given and given in the past. Emotionally, you've been taking out from yourself, putting away stuff that you know that you want, and considering the person first before you, and in so doing neglecting your emotions. However, that's okay. Sometimes things start off like that. It's like, you know, you're scared to lose something, so you bring out your best cards. You know, the first beginning of a relationship, you show your best self, and then afterwards, things start to progress, and there becomes conflict, indecision, crossroads, because now you see, like, you know, this perfect vision of the person is not real, and the perfect vision of you, it's not real either. So that extra you've been given, that extra you've been taken out from yourself to give, is no longer available, because now you need the extra for yourself to be able to go on and move on in life. So the decision is kind of like it's like, what do I do? How do I choose? And how does my choice affect the person that I am now with? And being able to choose from a place that is clear in your heart, that is, yeah, this is the right decision to make for both parties, and the most healthy decision, obviously. The part that, yeah, things are a little hard right now and you need a little extra support, and if you're not receiving that support, then you have to find a way to give yourself that support so that you can bring yourself up and no longer feel like you're not stalemate of, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's like a stuck energy, you know, you're stuck in this place in the present moment where you feel like, you know, I can't give anymore because I don't have to give anymore. I'm not in this energy where I had the cup to give. Now my cup is empty and I am in a moment of it's like a squeeze. You're in the squeeze of like, oh, what do I do? How do I move forward? I feel like there needs to be a balance. There has to be a balance so bad that my mind would not leave this place. And if it does leave this place, it would end up back into the same cycle again, and you'd have to give and give and give. And in that position, you won't be able to grow. You need to be able to keep something for yourself so you can grow. Growth happens when you let go and you allow yourself to trust the next moment. You keep going forward, you trust, you allow, you learn from things that you see. You don't go forward saying, oh, well, this thing bad happened to me, so that is why I'm not doing this anymore. You know, because yeah, that happened to me 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. I didn't know how to get forward, so I'm not doing it anymore. Not like that, but like understanding that, oh, if I make this decision, these are what comes with it. These are the pros and the cons that comes with it, and I accept them all as it is. So when I move forward, I am going forward fully in all that I am. Because once you give all that you are, the universe does the same. It gives all that it is. So it's like you are being who you want to. You are being all that you are, so that all that you are can come back to you. You can receive the reflection of who you are, but you are creating who you are, so you can receive that reflection back to you. You can create what you receive, because what you focus on, you become. So you are in a stalemate of, what do I do? I don't have this to give anymore. I can't give it anymore. It's not there, it's not possible, because my cup is empty. I really can't do it anymore. And now I don't know what to do. And what happens? What happens when that decision is made? What happens when you move forward? And you go forward and you make the decision. What kind of decision are you making? And it says in the Three of Pentacles in the future, it's positive. Like we see here. I'm not really sure what really going on here. I just seen like a transaction or something taking place. Building something solid together. Understanding, respect, and mutual effort. Practical growth and love, not just dreamy feelings. Working side by side to build a shared life. So in love, you can't just basically you can't just say, all right, well, I love this person, and that's enough. That's it. I just love this person. You know, if you love someone, eventually you would see that, all right, well, if I get this together and I get this together, we could build something together, you know. We could do this if I am able to put my foot forward and go into the path that is showing me that, okay, yeah, we could do this. We could do this. No matter how stuck I feel, no matter how horrible this is, to be in a position where you feel blocked from making a decision. You don't know which side to choose, if you're scared of this one and that one. Trust will bring out. Trust will. And I would like to have a card that would explain this card more to me, because honestly the future is very important and I want to know how you're going to. Okay, so first I'm going to pull a card with why did you give all your emotions like that. Why did you give your emotions like that at the beginning? Why are you in this deal now, and how can you get out of it? So why did you give your emotions? How do I make this decision? Wait, yeah, why was I not? What caused it to go empty? How do I move forward and make a decision? And in the future, what does it mean? What does this card mean? Like, come on, bro. Okay, King of Pentacles. Alright, so the last three cards that I pulled are the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Right, so I really love the Two of Cups. It always comes out, and to come out in a love reading is really awesome because this is the card of love. Right, so now I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Now I pulled 3 more cards. 5 of Cups, 4, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and King of Pentacles. Anybody can do this at home, I believe, if you trust yourself to give yourself advice. You know, if you trust that somewhere inside you have something that is connected to the source of all that is, and that we as a human, as a person, could tap into it and get direct answers from this source that has the best intentions for you and your life, and to put that out there, to receive that, and to be receiving that all the time, and to be able to share that you could do that and people could do that. To insert a piece of self-trust into someone so that they can start moving from where they are in their own personal truth. I think it's really good. I think anybody could do it. Everybody have ChatGPT. You could use the free version. I mean, who got time to buy it really? Now I pulled 3 more cards. 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and King of Pentacles. The first card was to explain the first card pulled in the reading. The second is advice on how to deal with the Two of Swords, and the King of Pentacles So yeah, they'll give you a reading now. Well, they'll give you it in the perspective that you give it, because they have the meaning of the cards. It's like you're talking to intelligence in a way. You're talking to the entire internet. But yeah, of course, the information is very limited because people pull away. They don't want you to know what really going on and all these kinds of things. But if you use it in a positive way, you will get stuff. So we have the past, Queen of Cups, clarified by the Five of Cups, right? So this is the Queen of Cups, and this is clarification that I called that I wanted clarification. This deepens the story. The Queen of Cups showed love, care, and emotional sensitivity, but Five of Cups reveals that in the past there was also loss, disappointment, or regret tied to love. It could mean that while you gave a lot emotionally, you may have also felt unappreciated or something didn't live up to your hopes. There may have been a heartbreak or lingering sadness despite love being present. So maybe there's between in the process of finding the love, in the process of giving all, there were also times when you feel like it wasn't fair, or it wasn't done right, or you give too much and you didn't receive the equivalent of it, and you feel like, yeah, I was being used or something wasn't right. In between everything, in between the cup and the loss, it's like it starts off on an imbalance. So that is the clarity of the past. And two, which is Two of Swords, with the advice from Two of Cups. Two of Swords is about indecision and avoidance, but the Two of Cups, as advice, says lean into connection, deep-hearted communication, and partnership. Instead of shutting down or overthinking, the advice is to choose love, compromise, and honesty. This is about letting down defenses, seeing the relationship as a union rather than a battle, and making choices that honor both parts. Yeah, to find a way that, it is saying that how the advice is to find that, right? And sometimes I just have my own messages coming through, and I just have to know how to balance, the direct from the internet and then the direct from the source, So don't make it a rigid decision, be compassionate, and because you are the Queen of Cups, you know the compassion, you know the emotions, so use the compassion that you know about and move forward, because it is about communication, it is about truth. But if you don't know what to communicate, and if you don't know your truth, how can you move forward in love, right? And then we have Tree. There's so many decisions in the present, it's crazy. Tree, future. Three of Pentacles, clarified by King of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is teamwork and building together, and the King of Pentacles grounds that energy beautifully. It suggests that the relationship can grow into something stable, secure, and lasting, provided both partners put in the work. The King brings maturity, commitment, and reliability. It can even hint at a partner stepping into a more responsible, grounded role, offering security and consistency in love. So it's like a journey, you can see the journey progress, that you saw this thing that was worthy of you pouring your cup into. You saw this thing and you poured your cup. It was the queen of pouring the cup. You know your emotions, so you know how to deal with other people's emotions, you know how to be there. And you're just being there, you're giving, you're observing, you're seeing how nice it is. You forget about yourself. You understand? Because this thing where you see is so beautiful and it's so worthy of you pouring your all into it. So you did it. Through the disappointments. Why? Because it was worth it. You did it because it was worth it, and now you have come to a place where you can't do it the way you was doing it anymore. You can't give that full cup, that full attention, that full care that you was able to give before, because you're taking it back to nurture yourself, to be able to make the right decisions, to be able to walk in love, to be able to go forward together as a partnership rather than give and take, or rather than like, all right, well, this is what relationship's supposed to be like, this is what it's supposed to be like. No, every relationship is very unique to itself, and the main thing is to be able to understand oneself enough that you can be able to hold space for another person, to hold that space. If you don't have the space to hold them there, you need to be able to communicate that with them. They have to be able to understand that with you, and all you need to be able to walk together as a couple to go forward, because we are all human. We fighting up what we mind here every single day. Nobody not perfect. The delusion, the fantasy that we all have, that oh my gosh, this is what love is and what it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to look like, it is a delusion. It's a mass delusion. It's like everybody thinking that this is how it's supposed to be until they're in it. And when they're in it, they're complaining about this, that, and the next, instead of seeing that this is something unique and has to be able to move forward uniquely. It's like your own personal growth, because when you're with someone, you grow, or you can break yourself real hard trying to be good enough instead of embodying who you already are and how you have reached to this point already. Because at the end of the day, we always somebody before we met whoever it is that we fall in love with, whoever it is we're seeing. And for relationships, I think the most important thing is to look at the person, to be able to truly give them the real you, no matter what. Through the fear, through the pain, no matter how it feels, to be able to do it in a genuine way. If you're in a very abusive relationship and things are not going well, and you know it just didn't work out like the way you wanted to, stay truthful to yourself. Stay truthful. You do the right thing and leave it at that. You know, if it is that you have to say how you feel and not gonna hurt the person, say how you feel and move on, because at the end of the day, your feelings matter. If you are hurt, say it. If you are sad, say it. If you are happy, say it. If you are contented, say it. Say how you feel, because at the end of the day, this person is not a person to manipulate. This person is a person to love. And if you're not honest and truthful with the person that you're with, you are not honest and truthful to yourself. And if you're in an abusive relationship, you can't do that. You really can't do that. Look for help. Talk to somebody. Tell them what's going on and get help, because it would have people who would understand. If you're looking for help, get help. If you feel you can't do anymore and you feel like the only way to do is to break off this thing with the person, do that. Because it is about caring for the heart. There are some times where things don't work out. Things don't work out. It's the truth, but it's what happens. And if you don't have the strength to walk away from it, then you won't be able to move forward. And if you're not able to move forward, then you'll be stuck in the same cycle over and over and over again. And it's okay. We all do that all the time. We're stuck in cycles for years, for decades, and we just stay, and then we finally come out, we understand the freedom, and we won't let go of that freedom for nothing. We won't go back in that cycle for nothing. So there's hope, and there's connection in the cards. So I wish you luck and God's blessings. Thank you for listening. And if you want a reading from me, a personal one-on-one reading, let me know. I am taking donations for any reading. I don't have a specific price, but I'll be taking donations. So I hope you have a good day, and remember that you're always gonna have yourself, and deep down inside of you have something that is more than yourself, and that part of you always there to help you no matter what. Is a part of you that is divine trust and divine guidance, and it's always there, and you have the ability to tap in and to talk and to listen and to follow the guidance. Whether you want to or not is all up to you. To allow yourself to stay in the calmness and to make the decision from the authenticity of your heart space. Good luck. I love you all. Have a great evening. Thank you for listening.